Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at the first ever Hisuian Sneasler card. It is a Pokemon V, and it haunts my dreams. Obviously, spoilers for Legends Arceus, but come on, at this stage, it's been a while, alright? Come on. Not much we can do at this stage. That game has been out for some time. When I first was playing through Legends Arceus, I had, most of the new Pokemon they had shown off in advance. This is one of the few they hadn't. And when I saw this Pokemon, it creeped me out, and I don't like it, and it haunts my dreams. Hisuian Sneasel? Kind of adorable. Hisuian Sneasler looks like a dude in a Pokemon costume that is going to get me while I'm sleeping, and I'm not okay with this. But is the Pokemon V any good? Well, our translation comes from the lovely Antoine Boulet, obviously. And what we've got here is 190 HP, which is very much on the lower end for Pokemon V. But you do get free retreat, which is quite nice. You do have weakness to fighting, though. And honestly, right, weakness to fighting is starting to get a little bit dodgy. Because Arceus V-Star is everywhere and is weak to fighting. And Gengar V Max is really starting to gain speed lately in terms of the metagame. We saw it all over in Salt Lake City this weekend. So fighting weakness is becoming a pretty bad one to have. This is something for Hisuian Sneasler to look out for. But what we've got is 0 energy. Yeah, that's right. Hisuian Pokemon, free attack. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Yay. And, I'm all fine with free attacks, but really? And it's one of those, when you look at it, I can poison for 0 energy. You're like, well, on the one hand, yeah, you can poison for 0 energy. But on the other hand, do you want to use your attack for the turn just to poison and do nothing else? And for a while, I kept telling you about the Toxicroak that could add damage to the poison. But firstly, that's rotating out in a not too distant future. And secondly, come on, it seemed like no play. Sure, if Burbank City Gym was still a thing, maybe. But it's not. So yeah, maybe we skip past this one. Then we've got 2 energy, 1 darkness, 1 colorless energy, 80 damage for each special condition affecting your opponent's active Pokemon. And I'm sad to say, I actually got the first attack myself. Translating it, I managed to get the first attack. Second attack, I got confused, ladies and gentlemen. I got confused. I read it as 80 for each special energy, even though I can see the kanji for condition right there. I'm very upset, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very upset. But I came pretty gosh darn close. The thing is, we've seen this attack before. This is not a new or novel attack. This is one that just kind of keeps coming around. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't seem to end up being amazing. I mean, the Alolan Grimer from Team Up, 2 colorless energy, 20 damage, plus 50 for each special condition. And sure, that's an awful lot weaker than this, but basic Pokemon, 2 energy, come on. That was kind of set up for it. Never worked. More recently, we had Salazzle, which came around in battle styles, and incidentally, not only is that still legal, that will survive the next rotation. So we're going to have this one for a little while, and that is stage 1, 2 colorless energy, 90 for each special condition. Now, Salazzle is a stage 1, whereas this is a basic, but Salazzle also has a very easy to pay attack cost, whereas this is significantly more awkward. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I still think being a basic Pokemon really does pit this, and I think if you're going to do this, you want to go Sneasler. I think that's the best one we've got. And while we're here, we should talk about the energy cost a little bit, because the energy cost isn't a problem. It's a darkness colorless energy, but we're living in a world where Dark Patch is back. Okay, I know it's not actually back in English yet, but it should be. It should be in Astral Radiance along with this card. So that's all good. That's all fine. We are happy. So I'm not worried about the attack cost. And on the face of it, Sneasler's doing a lot of stuff right. We've got a 2 energy attack cost with a really easy way to accelerate energy. So it's not going to be hard to get the energy on there. And then we've got a basic Pokemon. So really the only question is special conditions. Now, in terms of the numbers, you need 3. That's the only way you're going to cut it. 2 special conditions is 160. Even with a choice belt, you're up to 190. Now, I will say it depends on the special conditions. Because actually, once you bring in the damage from them, maybe this can work. So let's use Weeping Bell as a nice example here. That's the one which is apparently supposed to be good with Salazzle. And if you have a look at Weeping Bell, you evolve into it, and you may make your opponent's active Pokemon burned and poisoned. Well, I said you're only doing 160 when you have 2 special conditions, and that's true. But actually, Poison makes it 170, Burn makes it 190, and Choice Belt goes to 220, and would you Adam and Eve it, you've actually now got 220, which is the key number for Pokemon V. And now, if you add a 3rd special condition, you're up to 300, and I know some VMAXs are still hanging around, but honestly, generally now we're talking about V-Stars like Arceus, and 300 is easily enough. So, you need 2 special conditions, and actually Weeping Bell here works perfectly. To be completely honest with you, Weeping Bell will do it. We do have an issue though, and one of the issues is we need Scoop Up Net with Weeping Bell, and that will be rotating. Well, I mean, Astral Radiance is coming out at the end of May, and Scoop Up Net's going to be rotating end of August, beginning of September. So we are going to be hurting for that a little bit. That is frankly going to be a problem. But if you want 3 special conditions, might I suggest the Butterfree from Fusion Strike? Because the Butterfree from Fusion Strike has tri-coloured scales. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon burned, confused, and poisoned. Well, we've got Burn and Poison, which are the damage modifying ones, which are definitely the ones we want. And then the confusion becomes irrelevant, I'll be honest with you, because you should be getting a KO with 3 special conditions plus Burn plus Poison plus maybe a Choice Belt. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Butterfree is a very, very good option here that will work. You know, Butterfree will absolutely have your back here. So that is one which, you know, it's worth bearing in mind, quite frankly. Because honestly, outside of that, it's not looking amazing. Oh, I should mention, for the moment, and these will be rotating out, I'm sorry, but for the moment, we still do have the Caterpie and Metapod from Rebel Clash, which have adaptive evolution, which can evolve straight up. You don't need to wait a turn to evolve them. So actually, for the time being, you can literally play the Butterfree line and evolve straight up. You can legit, and it's not easy, but you can legit get a turn 1 300 damage. That is possible. And the way you do it is, you get your Sneasler, you go second, attach an energy, use Dark Patch to get the second, evolve all the way up into Butterfree, which you can do with adaptive evolution, get a Choice Belt, boom. Turn 1, 300 damage. Of course, you will never need that. You won't ever need the Choice Belt, because if you take the Choice Belt away, you got a turn 1, 270, 3 special conditions plus Burn plus Poison, and you're not going to be staring down anything on turn 1 before your opponent's had a chance to evolve with more than that. Again, Scoop Up Net rotating is a bit of a problem, and I'm sorry about that, but for the time being, this is not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. This is not too bad. And sure, there's a bunch of other stuff you can do. Garbodor can get poison every turn. That is, again, rotating out, but it's not rotating out yet. So that's something you could consider. Yellhorn is, again, rotating out, but it's not rotating out yet. And that will leave both active Pokemon confused. And Sneasler has free retreat, so you can retreat one Sneasler into another. That would get the confusion on. There are other ways around this, all right? There are other things you can do. But generally speaking, Weeping Bell and Butterfree are the main ones because they will put multiple special conditions on in one go. And that's really what you're looking for here. We are trying to get multiple special conditions at once, so it's just evolve up and smash. This could work. Now, I think when the rotation hits and we lose the adaptive evolution Caterpie and Metapod, and we lose Scoop Up Net, yeah, it gets a little bit dicier. But for now, I'm kind of liking this. I'm giving this a tentative 4 Wassies. I don't think it's great, and I don't think it's game-breaking, but I think it has the potential to be great, and I think it has the potential to be a very good deck. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm overrating it. I don't really care. It's my rating. And while we're here, I should also mention there was a new Ponyta and Rapidash revealed. We are popping these on the end. They are, shall we say, not as exciting. The Ponyta does 1 energy, 20 damage. It's not good, but the artwork is absolutely stunning. And it's very interesting to note, it is only the second card that was illustrated by Sasumo, who was the person that won the illustration competition with that Charizard. Wait, no, sorry, that's not true. It's not their second card. They did actually do a few, including the character rare of Vaporeon. I think it's fair to say that, you know, when this person went and won the illustration Grand Prix, yeah. Very deserving winner. But it's nice to see that person getting another card to draw. We also have a Rapidash, single energy, 30 damage, nobody cares. 2 energy, 50 damage, plus burn, and your opponent's active Pokemon cannot retreat during your opponent's next turn. Don't forget, we do now have Magma Basin, which is very good for getting the energy on there, which is lovely. Yeah, it's still only 50 damage at the end of the day. I don't think it's something we can get hideously excited about. Sorry about that. It's alright, it could work. You know, if you can trap something in the active and whittle away while they can't retreat and then they're burned as well, yeah, sure, it could work. But I think it's fair to say this is a good card to have a look at while we're having a look at another card. Just pop it in on the end. Sorry, Rapidash. I do love the art on that Ponyta, by the way. And we are seeing this more and more lately. Phenomenal artwork on, like, random commons and uncommons. And I am totally in. Going back to Sneasler, I like it. I think it's got potential. I think it's awkward and combo-y. And I think some of the best combo pieces are going away a couple months after the card comes out. But for now, I know I'm going to be testing it. And I think a bunch of you are going to be too. But I want to know what you think about it, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.